Signs that you're a toxic individual. Sorry you had to go there. But what is toxic in the term that you're referring to, Will? Hey, glad you asked. So I went on Google, I looked up the Google definition, and pretty much what it said was, let me get my paper out. Someone who makes someone feel bad with actions, words, or both. So I started thinking about that. And then I had actually went a little deeper. And pretty much that individual that's toxic has the capability of making you emotionally exhausted and drained. Still pretty broad, right? We'll go a little deeper. What Google doesn't tell us is that the individual is intentionally or unintentionally trying to do this to someone else. Why would someone do that to me? I never did anything wrong. See what I did there? Denial. Niggas ain't shit. Sound familiar? You just grouped every single male in the world based on your shortcomings. Fuck that bitch. That's why. Hold on. You allowed your emotions to control that very next move that you're gonna have with that woman. That makes you toxic and weak-minded. Check the last video on weak-minded males. Change the scenery because gas is not cheap. I might get you back to the point. So, number one, your love life is a little rocky. So to you, people coming in and out of your life is seasonal, or maybe you date on an as-needed basis. Most people wouldn't call it that, but that's what you're doing. What that means is the relationship only applies to you where it's beneficial. But the second that your needs aren't met, you're ready to end the relationship because the other person is being toxic. They're probably not the one for you. Your pattern of denial is created by the person you see in the mirror every day. You can't tell who's friend or foe because that line is too blurred too often. Number two, you dominate conversations and avoid verbal confrontation. When you want to talk, everybody and their mama better be listening or else you're going to raise hell. When someone wants to talk to you, they got to call your name 50 million times for you to get a response. You become silent. You become mute. When someone's giving you the harsh truth, you don't want to hear it. You want to shut them out. You want to stop that. So naturally, humans are egotistical, right? When we talk to individuals, we tend to circulate the conversation about ourselves, which is okay in some aspects. But conversations have a two-way street, right? It's a conversation. I'm conversing with someone else. If all you're doing is speaking about yourself and not listening, because there's a difference between actively listening and then actively speaking. If you're not doing both, 9 times out of 10, you're a toxic person. Number three, you manipulate others to get your way. This is a prime example of emotional blackmail. What does that mean? If I fall asleep and someone calls me, right? Someone that I'm dealing with, and I wake up, I noticed that I missed a few phone calls. The person will text you and say, hey, I've been trying to call you. Why haven't you been answering the phone? Are you ignoring me? Do you not want to talk to me? Mind you, this is what they said out of their mouth. Simply all you were doing was sleeping, right? You don't have nothing to prove. You just told them what the truth was. You tell them, hey, that you were asleep. And they continue with, you didn't want to talk to me, blah, 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 right? So they want you to feel emotionally, I wouldn't say sad about it, but they want you to feel like regretful, like you regret sleeping, which is natural. What you do is you say, hey, I'm up now. If you want to see me or whatever the case may be, you can come over, right? Or I come see you. No, I don't think I want to come over because you didn't really act like you wanted to see me in the first place because you ignored my calls. You already stated your case. The individual keeps pressuring you to feel a certain type of way. They want you to feel the same way they felt when you didn't answer the phone, which is not really natural. So what do? You get up. You can go and see him, right? The whole time, the individual didn't want to see you. They wanted you to see them. So they just manipulated you through your emotions to get what they wanted. Wait, so in that case, does that make me weak-minded or toxic for sticking around that individual,